Hey guys, it's Mike from We Are the Batman here. Just want to let you know we have a new website you guys can go to. Just go to podpage.com/We Are the Batman. That's podpage.com/We Are the Batman. You can get all of our episodes there, get a little more information about us, and most importantly, you can leave us reviews and you can leave us comments and messages, send us questions and episode ideas, and you can even leave us voicemails. All these great tools are on the website. Head over to podpage.com/We Are the Batman. We always love to hear from you guys. Head on over there now and check it out. Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are the Batman. I'm Mike.
And this is Matthew.
Matt's having some mic issues, guys, so just deal with it. Just deal with it. It is what it is. So a new Flash trailer dropped just about 2 hours ago at the time that we're recording this. I rushed home from work. Well, we both watched it already. This is not going to be a reaction. This is just a review. Look, reactions don't work well on an audio-only podcast. It kind of defeats most of the purpose. But we watched it. We're gonna just give you a review, break down some of the things we noticed in it, give our overall thoughts. Just general thoughts on this. And we both kind of said the same thing on the phone. I am neither more nor less excited for this movie. I am still the same amount of excited for this movie as I was prior to watching it, which is, I'm looking forward to it. Looks cool.
Yeah, I didn't see anything like still not 100% for sure what the story is here.
Yeah.
Any more or less than I was with the first trailer. There were some interesting little additional extensions of scenes I think we've already seen.
Yeah.
But there was some cool stuff in there. I mean, it was fun.
They're playing this movie as close to the chest as they can. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that because the story is going to be Flash centric, because it is his movie, but they're keeping Ezra Miller limited in the marketing because Ezra Miller is problematic. And so because the person who's guiding the plot is the one we're limiting in the trailer, it kind of helps them avoid giving away too much in the trailer, because the person, the character who we would be getting these reveals for isn't in much of the trailer. So it kind of works on two levels. On the one hand, we're focusing on things other than our problematic lead, which lends itself to preventing a Wonder Woman cameo in Shazam 2 fiasco.
Yeah.
But there is still some cool stuff in this trailer that I think is worth pointing out. The first thing that we're looking at here is this shot of Bruce Wayne's hand on his parents' picture. That is the hand of a veteran crime fighter that has had better days.
Yes.
Oof. Just that hurts to look at. Oh, the bruising, the fingers are a little crooked, the scarring on the knuckles. Like, this is a guy who's been beating some faces in for 30 years. Oof.
Yeah, I think somebody had actually done like a medical examination of what it would take to be Batman, and it was like, yeah, you could do that for 18 months, and then your body would start breaking down and falling apart, and you'd be done.
Yeah, which is actually something I enjoyed in The Dark Knight Rises, when Bruce goes to see his doctor and he's like, yeah, no, there is no cartilage left in your knees. You cannot go spelunking, Mr. Wayne. So he has to, robot brace his knee. In the one scene we see that as a thing. I actually kind of wish they had made that more of a thing, because it comes and then it goes. But yeah, so this is clearly a Batman who's been out of it for a while. I love this shot that we got pulled up here of the Batwing descending into the cave. Very cool. Just very cool. I love that like it's not the exact same Batcave from 89 from Batman and Batman Returns. Like, it's definitely different
like
in its
an
own
extension
way.
of it. It's like an extension of it. Like, this is where it went the years after that.
Yeah. And then of course there's this shot here of all these bat suits. Just as the guy who loves his bat suits, who one of my favorite things in all the Arkham games is all the different bat suits you can play around with. I want to sit here and just go, all right, what comic is this suit from? What comic is that suit from? Because like this one here is very 70s. It's very Silver Age, the blue on gray. This one over here looks like some kind of, like, I don't know if it's like a scuba or if it's like a take on like the Red Sun suit almost, with those goggles on top.
Yeah. And then the one next to that, it looks like more like a Kingdom Come armor thing.
That or like his version of the armored suit that Batfleck used to fight Superman. Obviously, this Batman's never fought Superman, but like some variation of that. It's a lot. This one, those look like guns right there, don't they?
Oh yeah. It does look like he's got some kind of arsenal on him.
So I don't. I wonder if that's going to maybe be a version of like the Thomas Wayne suit, because this is a Flashpoint roughly adaptation.
Yes.
Um,
See,
couple
and
other
this is
shots.
where like I'm wondering if like everything we're seeing is just the first half of the movie, and the back
Yeah,
half is he is the villain.
because
The Flash, I mean.
I have two theories on that. Because a, we know there's been like some toys of like Black Flash being in this. I don't know how much it's going to play into. I'm almost wondering if this is going to be a movie that doesn't necessarily have a villain per se. Like we know Zod for a fact is in it. He's in both trailers pretty predominantly. But I'm almost wondering if like this isn't so much going to be a movie with a villain as it is just an obstacle, a ticking clock, which is like, Barry's got to get his powers back and up to the level that he can travel through time again and stop himself. It's hard to say which, but you theorize that we might be in a movie where we're going to be in multiple timelines, and I think that is looking more and more like it could be the case. But like you said, all of this stuff looks like it's pretty only like in like the first half of the movie for the most part.
And that I think we talked about it before. It's like there's probably going to be 6 or 7 timelines. Every time he goes back to quote unquote fix what he broke the first time, he's just breaking something different.
Yeah. And I just want we remarked on this in the last trailer. Her suit looks awesome, by the way.
Yes.
Supergirl's suit looks so good. That's all. Now, then we get to this moment here, which I giggled. I clapped because he says the other thing. He said the one thing in the first trailer. He says this thing in this trailer. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. One of my favorite things Michael Keaton ever said as Batman. That scene in the first Batman movie lives rent free in my head. You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. It's even referenced in the animated Batman Return of the Cape Crusaders when Batman kind of loses his mind a little bit and they're referencing all these Batman properties. Again, it's just a cool nerd moment in the trailer. It got me equally as amount of excited as him saying I'm Batman. Like it's cool.
And like this suit looks cool.
Oh
I think
yeah, the suit that we keep seeing him wear in the trailer looks really good.
I like it. I like it a lot.
We get to where's this? There's a couple other shots. Here's again the same shot we keep seeing of Batfleck on, his version of the Bat Cycle coming out of that transport ship from Justice League. He's gonna, and I remember watching this trailer and just thinking to myself, "Oh, hi Batfleck. This is the last time I'm ever gonna see you, probably."
Maybe.
Because we know other than some alleged scenes in Aquaman 2 coming out in December, which again, still no trailer for that. But this is the reset. So that's why we keep seeing just the same 2 or 3 shots of Ben Affleck in these trailers, because he's not going to be in this movie very long. And afterwards, probably never again. But then we get to there's this one shot I really wanted to take a look at because it's a very cool shot. Why can't I find it? This is embarrassing. Here it is.
The 3 of them.
Because I want to point something out. So this over here on the right, that is Newberry that we're getting in this new timeline.
Yeah.
That is a repurposed Batman suit.
Yes.
That is 1000% because you can see the oval shape. It's kind of painted over it. That's like you can see the pointy ears in the this is a repurposed Batman's armor that they've turned into a version of the Flash suit for other Barry in this movie.
See, and when you look at, there's a couple shots in the trailer where you can see one of the Barrys getting electrocuted. I'm really wondering if he goes to a different timeline, finds himself, and puts the other version of him, into lightning to give him power. So there's 2 of them running around with superpowers.
Well, that's straight out of the Flashpoint comic is that when he goes back and changes time, he no longer has his powers anymore. And so it looks like they're doing it in this one where there's two Barrys. And yeah, one of them at least doesn't have the powers because he grew up with both his parents. He never became the Flash.
Yeah.
So when we see those shots of like the Batwing getting struck by lightning, and in the first trailer there was this shot of like both Barrys looking at each other with lightning going between them. I think that was both of them getting the powers back. But that also is why I think there's a chance that the quote unquote obstacle in this movie is Barry trying to get back, because something that's alluded to in the comics more often than not, specifically in Flashpoint, is when there's multiple speedsters pulling from the Speed Force, they can't pull the same amount. So Barry can't go as fast as he needs to, because in the comics, Thawne, Reverse Flash, is tapping so much power from the Speed Force that Flash can't go fast enough. He has to fuck up Thawne first before he can. So I'm wondering if having two Flashes in this universe is pulling too much energy from the Speed Force, and then that's why he can't. That's why there's this obstacle of like, how am I going to get fast enough to go back and fix this if there's two of us here?
Yeah.
You know, because we get to this point in the trailer where both the Barrys are kind of yelling at each other, and right here, and he has that line like nobody dies, and the one shouting nobody dies is the new Barry, because you can see he's got the armored suit on, whereas
Yeah.
our Barry has his red one with the yellow lines on it. So that has me thinking that quote unquote Black Flash, the villain, is Newberry
It's
in this
possible.
alternate timeline. And then he's like, I got to go back in time and make sure our mom dies. And he's like, no, you're not killing my mom. I got to grow up with her. You're not taking her from me.
Or maybe
Um,
there's a third Barry.
or maybe again, maybe there's a third Barry. Anything can happen in this movie. When you're in a movie centered around multiple universes and time travel, literally anything can happen. Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness showed us that a lot of things happened. Marvel's What If showed us the same thing too. So Doctor Who has been showing us that for over almost 100 years. So not 100 years, but a long ass time. Uh,
Yeah.
might as well be 100 years. So yeah, a lot of things are on the table here, and then also we get just this excellent shot of Batman gliding out of the Batwing, and then of course there's the money shot right at the end, which is the Batwing in front of the moon. Looks like the Batman symbol straight out of the '89 movie. Again, very cool stuff in this trailer. However, nothing particularly like new or oh, because I remember like when that second trailer for the Multiverse of Madness came out and everyone heard the voice of Charles Xavier say, "We should tell him the truth." And everybody was like, "Oh, like oh, the Illuminati's happening." Like we knew that was
Yeah.
a big moment. Or with this, the first time you hear that first teaser trailer for the Flash, when it was just this little motif of the Danny Elfman theme, and we saw the silhouetted bat cowl. Those are moments that make you go, "Oh shit, they're doing it." There wasn't anything really in this movie that gave me that "oh shit" level reaction, but it's a good trailer.
It's a good trailer. Kind of going back to what you said at the beginning, but like 90% of the cool stuff in this trailer has nothing to do with the Flash. It's all the
Yeah,
various Batmans and Supergirl.
yeah. Which is why,
So
again, I think because they are limiting how much Ezra Miller is in the marketing, is why it both helps keep that awkward taste out of people's mouth a little bit, and
yeah,
also lends itself to non-spoilery advertising for their movie, because these two trailers, that first trailer alone is going to be enough to get people in to see this movie.
yeah.
But
And I think
also
you
you're
got to
not you're
hype
not
it up. You got to keep it in people's mind. You
yeah.
know, Guardians is about to come out. I don't think the fact that they released a new trailer a week before Guardians is an accident. They want
No,
that to be linked to Guardians.
they're
Um,
riding the nerd hype, and it's James Gunn.
yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No.
So yeah, I mean it's
We're also now 2 months away.
yeah.
So it was kind of time for a new trailer to come anyway. Because now we're going to start getting all the little chopped up TV spots, which I have no interest in watching whatsoever. Because that's when you start getting into that danger of Wonder Woman's cameo and Shazam 2 territory. And
Yeah.
first of all, whoever effed that up was definitely fired. And second of all, who they now have, I guarantee, have implemented some extra oversight into people watching these trailers 30 times before they actually make them public, before they go, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, don't do that again.
Yeah. You're giving some things away. Don't do that.
Yeah, because now having seen the movie, oof, man, they goofed by putting that in the trailer.
The only thing I will point out, and I don't know where I saw it,
Okay.
but there is a picture of Michael Keaton as Batman, and his face looks like it's scarred up.
Okay.
That Michael Keaton Batman that doesn't have the cowl on, that says you want to get nuts, let's get
Yeah.
nuts, does not have scars on his face.
No.
So I think you're even talking about multiple Batmans
Well,
that he's going to be dealing with as he jumps through. All that to say, that's backing up in my mind that there's going to be so many different timelines in this movie.
absolutely. Well, because we see in some of those shots, from behind a Bruce Wayne with the long gray hair. Now, he can get a haircut before he goes back out in the field again after 20 years, obviously.
Yeah.
But again, who's to say? Crisis on Infinite Earths. Look, say what you will about the Arrowverse. They did Crisis. They brought in Kevin Conroy as this live action take on Bruce Wayne that had his body was just broken and was barely hanging on. We saw it in Days of Future Past when Xavier had kind of gone into seclusion and had kind of just grown into this recluse. So who's to say Bruce Wayne hasn't done the same thing? Again, he can get a haircut before he goes back out in the field. It's clear from the tarps over the bat computer he hasn't done anything in a good long time. He's dusting the dust off these suits, but we also never saw that version of him from the front.
Yeah.
Now we know
Maybe
it's not
it's George Clooney.
Maybe it's George Clooney. I'd be shocked as shit.
Yeah.
like there's not too much about this movie that's gonna shock me at this point. George Clooney being in there would shock the hell out of me.
What if it was Chris O'Donnell? Holy crap, we're going deep.
I think he's a little too busy making NCIS episodes to give a
know,
shit. Plus,
you
if
don't
I was
know.
Chris, if I was Chris O'Donnell and somebody said, "Hey, do you want to come back and play Dick Grayson again?" I'd be like, "No." Do you know how hard I had to work to have a career after that movie? Like,
Fair.
but yeah, anything can happen. It's oof, man.
It looks like as much as I was kind of down on this movie before the trailer's released, it looks like it's going to be interesting. I am intrigued. I will go see this in the theater at this point.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna wait, but
yeah, I was on the fence. I'm guessing as we get nearer to it, and there's a third trailer, that will maybe give a little bit more about what is actually happening. But at the same time, like, we're in.
here's where I'm at with that too, because we're only 2 months away. That's not, and I say 2 months, and that's being generous. It's more like a month and a half. It's like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
If they put out a third full length trailer, like if they're gonna start putting out TV spots soon. I am not gonna watch those. Like I no. If they put out a third full length trailer, I'm gonna be hesitant to watch it. I'll be honest with you. Mostly,
I'll watch it.
I think it's that recency bias of what happened with Shazam 2, but it's like, but also a lot of movies on the third trailer tends to be the one that drops the ball with that.
Yeah,
as much as I like BVS, the third trailer for BVS is the one that revealed Doomsday. And
I don't know. Michael Shannon kind of crapped the bed on that one like a year and a half out.
he did.
And then he tried to retract. We're like, nah, bro, you're Doomsday. Yeah. Shut up.
But still, it was one of those, like, I didn't need to see it in the trailer. Like, that would have been Doomsday showing up in BVS would have been much better as a surprise reveal than as something we knew was coming. Anyway, but I'm saying that as somebody who likes the movie. Yeah. So And again, we don't know how much of an adaptation of Flashpoint this is actually going to be. It looks like they're adapting it as much as they can. Like they basically were like, anything we can pull from Flashpoint, we will,
Yeah,
but everything else is going to be kind of their
yeah.
own thing.
You're not going to see all the other superheroes. It'll be just
No,
the Batmans and the Flashes and the Supergirl.
no,
You're not going to get
absolutely
into Thomas Wayne, but I think
be
no,
cool.
it looks cool.
Yeah, I'm into it. We're looking forward to it, guys. This is which is not something I thought I was ever going to say about the Flash movie. Here I am eating some crow thinking, damn it. All right. Yeah. Nope. They did it. They found a way. They found a way to get me to say, yeah, I'll go see this in the theater. So comes out June. Let me get the actual date here. June 15th. It is at the time we're recording this, it is in the evening on April 25th. We are 1, 2, 4,
Seven
5,
weeks.
6. We are 7 weeks away, almost to the day. So it is not far off. So that's what we thought of the trailer, guys. We'd love to know what you think. So make sure you hop on over to our Twitter page at We Are the Batman. Head over to our website, podpage.com/We Are the Batman. Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/group/fanboy junction with a K. And you can find me on Twitter at Mr. Mike Shea.
Find me at Mr. J Ninja.
That's going to do it for us. We'll be back again. This is just a little special thing we're doing because it dropped. Our regular episode of We Are the Batman drops on Friday. It's our breakdown of the 1966 Batman, the movie. Make sure you guys tune in for that one. It is a fun conversation. And we'll see you guys again next time here on We Are the Batman. Same bat time, same bat podcast channel.
Bye bye.